Hi, welcome back to Mouse People. I am so glad that you could join me. My name is Maria.
And I'm Brian.
And we are so excited to talk Disney today because we have a really cool topic and we can't wait to hear some of your thoughts and comments on it below. You want to tell them what the topic is?
The topic is an awesome topic. It is Mandalorian.
Woo! So, cheers. All right, grab something to drink and let's talk Disney. So, we do have some Mandalorian t-shirts on, and you want to show yours first?
Sure.
It has some of the great characters we'll be talking about. I know, right? A little awkward. And I have one as well. And that is one thing that Disney is known for their merchandise and all the things that they quickly get out. And this is one show that they didn't have a lot of merch out for it yet at this point. I know part of it was they wanted to have a surprise reveal, so that's part of it. But there's not a lot out there. Oh, we also have our Mandalorian sign behind us, and we found that at Hobby Lobby. So. Unexpected, but...
So we are not... Well, I guess we would be experts because we watched all the shows at least a couple times. So, but there may be some spoilers if you haven't watched it.
Oh, yeah, very true.
So
just to start off with, The Mandalorian is a TV show that is on Disney Plus, and it is an original program, and it is part of the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
So just to give you some background, we definitely enjoy Star Wars. I grew up, I had the little action figures and they held lightsabers in their hands. So I have seen all the movies, but I don't consider myself an expert. I don't know all the canon.
Right, I don't either. I mean, I'm learning more about it even now as we're getting and watching the movies again. We're watching them again in the order they were released. I saw the original 3 in the theaters when I was little, so that is pretty cool. But I looked at them for face value. It was a cool Star Wars,
entertainment and just a story to enjoy. Yeah, but as of our filming, this coming Friday, The Rise of Skywalker is being released in theaters. Do you think you'll go see it?
I have tickets to see it, actually, first time I've ever done this for a movie on Thursday night at midnight, so...
That's going to be cool.
I'm going to see it.
You and Jeff will go see it.
My friend Jeff and I are going to see it. There was like 2 tickets left, and we were lucky to get them, so...
And then we're going to go as a family with us and Noah and Abe on Saturday. We have our tickets pre-purchased already, too, so we're definitely in the Star Wars... excitement zone here in this family. But getting back to the Mandalorian, let's start with the Mandalorian himself, because the characters in the story are amazing and they have captured my attention. Now, I'm the type of person that doesn't love to watch a lot of TV or movies. I'm usually like here and there doing something in the kitchen, folding laundry. The Mandalorian comes on and I am
she is, yeah.
It definitely has my attention, and I want to watch it.
And I will say that of all the Star Wars characters, really on all of TV, I think, I'm going to go ahead and say that. He is for sure the coolest of all. Like, he is just...
That's saying a lot, because
I want to say words that are not appropriate for this, just to show you how cool this guy is. His opening scene in the very first episode, the very first thing you see is this door opens up and there he is with this pose.
Even if you just see the silhouette with his helmet, his armor, he's got a cape, and then he wears one of his weapons kind of across his body and on the back. And you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
It's really...
It is just like, you just look at this guy throughout and think, man, this guy is just very cool. And he says not a whole lot.
Well, what's amazing is that he does wear a helmet, and you learn a little bit more, little by little, about the Mandalorian culture. Well, we won't get into all that, but part of it is that they wear this helmet and they don't take it off for, in front of anyone else. And you'd think, okay, well, you're not going to see a lot of expression from this person, but you do.
You do. I don't know how again, this is like...
It's so cool.
The writers of this show and how they...
The actors.
The actors.
Pedro Pascal.
Cinematic effects are so amazing, just to be able to have someone in a helmet and you can actually... feel what they're feeling at that moment. There's
subtleties with just like a head nod or head move, just the movements. It's intriguing. I love to see it. And also his voice.
His voice is
it's really
so cool. Like, and that's the thing. He doesn't say a lot. He's a man of few words, but when he does say it, it's just very commanding.
When the Mandalorian talks, he's very thoughtful about what he says, and it's very strong. But yet he's got that soft side to him as well. He is a Mandalorian, so his job is a bounty hunter. So he brings people that are wanted and gets a reward. And so one of the first earlier quotes we hear is when he's talking to someone he's trying to bring in, and he says, "I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold." And you're just whoa!
With his voice, the way his voice is,
and just how he carries himself, you just don't doubt it.
Yeah, there's so much confidence there, and not just confidence. Like, he's not. There's no air of cockiness there.
No arrogance. No.
He's so confident, but he's so calm at the same time, and that's what's true. Really cool. Like, this guy is just really an awesome. I guess I have a man crush on this guy.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Well, one of the things is that we've talked a little bit about, there's definitely like a seriousness and a heaviness. I mean, just the topic of a bounty hunter and, it's Star Wars and all of that. But the show has a great sense of humor as well.
Yeah, it does.
Because even though he said that line to this person he was trying to bring in, a few episodes later, he is being chased in a plane, and the person in the other ship says, "I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold," to the Mandalorian. And what does he say?
He does, and he's being chased, and he does this maneuver where he basically, with a ship, but somehow slams on the brakes and pulls back. This guy shoots in front of him. He turns around. He then engages again. Just blows him out of the sky, and he goes, "That's my line." It was so cool.
I know. It's just, I don't know. There's just so many great lines and great, like I said, that sense of humor. He's not saying a lot, but you do want to lean in and listen when he does.
Yeah.
So you have a man crush on. I know. When we were talking about the merch, and he's got this Beskar armor, which is a steel that comes from the Mandalorian's home planet. I am understanding as I'm learning things. Yeah. And it's supposed to be lightweight, and it's impenetrable with even lightsabers and bullets.
Yeah, it can take on the blaster shots, and it can take, it can even
he's
withstand
got his old armor. He's got his old armor on both of our shirts.
It can even withstand the, like you said before, the lightsabers, which is, I think that's the only thing that can do that on a person.
But his helmet is so cool.
I really want the helmet.
I really want him to have the helmet. In the cape and the armor. So it is really cool. There's people online that are creating the helmets. They're doing 3D printing, and then they have amazing finishes that they're doing. So it's really neat. It's neat to see people kind of excited about it. And that's one thing that I have enjoyed is Disney is releasing it one episode every Friday, which is perfect for our families, because then Friday night it's ooh, get the popcorn ready. We're all going to sit down together and watch it.
Yeah.
That's in contrast to Netflix and a lot of the things that are doing binge watching, and you have 8 seasons, and that's wonderful. We did that with Arrow and with Flash, but there's just something special about having one a week where you get to really talk about it and get excited about it.
Well, and then you can go and watch shows or YouTube
There's some amazing YouTubers right now.
People that know everything about like how this ties in and what like one little line in there or one background,
a little patch on their uniform. It has so much meaning.
They know what this means in terms of the Star Wars franchise, and it's true. I mean, you just go, wow, you're just watching this stuff. You're not going to watch one video and go, oh, I know everything about it. But as you watch these little things from week to week, just their interpretations or what the meanings were and stuff like that. It is good because it gives you I think you get a deeper experience that Disney's doing this 1 week at a time. Or one show at a time.
Because it gives you time. I mean, you could take this as in-depth as you want. If you just want to watch it and enjoy it for what it is, it's very entertaining. You're good to go.
Yeah.
But if you are really an in-depth Star Wars fan, like Brian said, the things we've watched on YouTube, they will point out what are called Easter eggs. And those are things that are hidden by the writers, the producers, the actors, within the show that are for viewers to find. And it's pretty amazing. It goes from everything to subtle things in uniforms that are throwbacks to special appearances that are made with the actors and actresses and what parts they're playing in.
And there's like the writers were three of the producers were pilots on the last
episode that just came out.
Last one or two ago, but it's those things. But again, you can take this as face value.
I wouldn't know that.
If you've never watched any Star Wars, this is completely. You don't have to know anything from any previous Star Wars to get into this. This is really because it's a standalone. It's a standalone, and it's sort of each episode reveals a little bit more about the Mandalorian and the lifestyle, and as they go, when's the last time you've taken, what happens if you take your helmet off? And he said, he's like, I can never put it on again. It's basically, I'm done as a Mandalorian.
And they don't give us all of his information. We have just little hints about his backstory. We don't really know a lot of what he's been through, but that's something that you really want to find out more about.
Every episode is like every episode, like online, they're going, who is that person that came up and walked, knelt over the body, and these different things that are happening, and people's theories of all this and who it is, and then the next episode they won't answer that at all. They won't even address it. And they're going to, but it just the way they do it, they're not revealing too much. They're keeping a mystery. I truly hope he never takes his helmet off.
I know. It's just so much a part right now of who he is and his character. But you know what? We have people out there, our mouse people out there are yelling at us through YouTube right now because we have gotten this far in and we have not mentioned somebody.
One that, not to me, but to probably every other person in the that have seen this or not seen it.
Yes.
This is what they've fallen in love with.
Yeah. Who is it?
Baby Yoda. Baby
Yoda, or officially the child.
The child, yeah.
The child.
He's adorable.
You know what? I wanted to ask you this because I wasn't anticipating The Mandalorian. I was excited for Disney Plus, but there was other things. So I didn't really know what was coming with this show. Did you know that there was going to be a Baby Yoda even in the show?
No.
Oh, that was just a whole big reveal surprise.
I think that was a whole reveal surprise. That's why they didn't come out with the toys and all that before the show, aired. And to me, the appeal was when I saw the commercials for it. This was really what Disney Plus was advertising, was these the Mandalorian, and
I'd heard it.
It just, first of all, it's a really cool name.
It is cool.
And then the advertisements were very just like the show is. It just very mysterious with teasers. Mm-hmm. It was perfect teasers that makes you go, oh, that looks really cool. Like, the people that haven't seen it yet, that are friends of mine, are like, every single thing I've seen advertising that looks amazing. Like they want to see it,
And you should.
And you should, yes.
Yeah. Well, Baby Yoda is absolutely adorable and charming.
So cute.
He's so cute. So again, sorry, this is spoilers. So we mentioned that at the beginning, but he is young. But he's 50 years young.
50 years.
Which for the species,
He's my age.
Look at that, Baby Yoda. There's a lot of similarities now that I think about it. Oh my gosh. But Baby Yoda is you just can't wait to see him in the episodes because, again, it's that subtlety.
Yes.
And there's like those really neat connections where Baby Yoda unscrews like the little ball on the Razor Crest
cute.
on his ship.
Yeah.
And it's just such a little thing that kids would do, pushing buttons and all of those things.
He's very similar to Mandalorian that he does these little like mischievous type things to see, what's going to happen if I do this, and then looks back at Mandalorian or Mando to see what his reaction is, and but he's already at 50 years, which is young for Yoda apparently. Yeah. He's very wise and knows. Well,
you know that he must be able to sense the Mandalorian's emotions, not like mind reading or anything, but he's just intuitive that way that he can feel when there's fear or when he's tired or lonely or whatever those I would say more on the emotions is what I would say.
Well, he definitely has powers though, so I don't know if
absolutely.
he is. He's done some things that
he's revealed his strengths.
He saved Mando, and with he's like his little hands. He has not spoken at all.
He makes little noises.
Yeah, like little squeals and stuff like that. But he's never
slurps.
Yeah, he's never spoken a word or anything like that.
Yeah, and the Mandalorian, we have not been given an actual name, so we do call him the Mandalorian or Mando. He's referred to that sometimes in the show.
In the show, they call him Mando.
And Baby Yoda, again, the fans have nicknamed him. We know it's a him because he's referred to that in the show, Baby Yoda. Yeah. But it's really the child. And we don't know the backstory on Yoda, why they wanted him or where he came from or his origins or, going forward what his connection will be with the Mandalorian. But
there's a lot of theories out there, like he's a clone of Yoda.
Or they want him to make clones. Or
something.
Yeah, so we're going to be excited to stay tuned and watch that.
Yeah.
So I would say those are the two main highlights is Mando, the Mandalorian, and Baby Yoda. But there's some really cool other characters in there. One of the things that I like, because if you are a Star Wars fan, you get plenty of like the aliens and the strange characters and droids. And this is IG-11, and he's a bounty hunter droid. And
he is really the coolest. Again, he fits in with Mando because he is like really bad. He just is. You just see what he does and you're going, oh wow, this thing is really cool. Like I didn't know a droid could do that.
So that's really something neat to watch. And just again, those interactions between Mando and the droid is funny.
Which was funny. There's some funny things.
We also have this guy, and I think his name is kind of pronounced like Cool, or he is he's really neat. I like the whole do back when he, wants Mando to ride, and so we get to see Mando challenged a little bit to have those interactions. But he has a nice phrase. And what does he say?
He says, and then he'll say something, and then like Mando or whoever, usually it's Mando, will maybe ask a follow-up question or something like that, and he'll just say, "I have spoken," and turn away.
That is the end. It is so cool.
It's so funny that it just becomes something.
Yeah.
I'm dying to use it in real life.
With me? Or with the boys?
Maria. She'll ask me something and I'll say, "I have spoken."
And then you know what I'll say? This is the way.
Or that is not the way.
That is not the way. So the Mandalorians do have that phrase themselves too, where they are, one of them will say, this is the way. And then, or the other ones might repeat that. So it's really neat. There's just a lot of subtle, neat things. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have another character. Her name was Cara Dune. And what did you think about her?
Another very cool.
Yeah.
I really like.
You would not
her.
want to tangle with her.
No, you would not. But she is very cool and
good-hearted, I think, like Mando.
I think so too. Those two had a lot of similarities.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think there was like chemistry with them.
No, there was chemistry with the other lady.
So I don't think it would go in that direction. At least not that they've shown us.
Well,
but they were just like a team almost.
He's not
looking for love right now.
You know, he really can't as a Mandalorian. He can't, allow that.
Yeah. So each of the episodes is really neat how they've organized it because they call them chapters. So one chapter is called The Sin. One is called The Prisoner. One is called Sanctuary.
Wasn't one The Child?
Yeah, The Child.
Yeah, The Child. And
so I love that they name them that way. It almost reminds me obviously of like reading a book, but it's also just giving you that little hint. And I think that a lot of the titles have had, could be interpreted a lot of different ways after you watch the episode.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of another neat piece to it.
There is not one part of this show that has not been deeply thought out and truly like I said, you could take this at face value, never have seen anything with Star Wars.
Absolutely.
But they aren't about to have something incorrect in that would be a mistake or conflict with the Star Wars franchise.
Yeah. Another thing that I think is really neat, we just haven't mentioned, is the music.
Oh, man.
Dun, dun.
Yeah. We walk around the house. Dun, dun.
Yeah. It's just, it fits. It fits with like the theme and it fits. It's kind of Star Wars-y too, if that makes sense. But again, I don't know enough to speak on all the, composers and the producers and writers and everybody, but we've kind of been learning about all of that as we've watched a lot of the YouTube backstories and as they break things down. But everyone on there is so talented and has some kind of ties to previous Star Wars and is very accomplished. So everything is amazing. It doesn't look like a TV show either. It looks like a movie to me.
It does.
Every
episode. It is amazing that every week they can put out a
it is amazing
movie quality piece, and they're like 35 to 40 minutes. They range. One's maybe 34, one's maybe 41 the next week or so. So there's And
in this first season, they're giving us 8 episodes, and as of this recording, 6 of them have aired. The 7th one is actually coming out Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't conflict with The Rise of Skywalker. And then the last one will be, on the 27th, I believe?
It'll go back to the next Friday.
Then, And we are thrilled because we know that they have already started filming season 2. So that makes me happy. You're smiling too. That's awesome. So it is just a wonderful show, and we would love to hear some of your thoughts and comments. If you're a fan of the show, leave some comments down below, or let us know what things you enjoy about it, or what you what you're looking for, what you want to find out most.
What is your favorite? First of all, what was your favorite chapter?
Oh yeah,
because that would be tough. Mine is still. Which one is yours? I think it's the same as mine.
What is it?
Go ahead.
The Sanctuary.
Yeah.
And
I think that one was really revealed a lot about him, and it was the first time you saw him put his helmet down, but they didn't show him.
Oh no. It was when he was in private.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, it was. It was really neat, and the parts with Baby Yoda and the frog. And the soup. There were just so many amazing moments in that episode. That was definitely my favorite.
And if you haven't watched it, please go watch it and then comment for us to see to see what you thought of it. And you can get, if you're Verizon, right, you can get
I believe
a
they have
year
free Disney
of
Plus.
free Disney Plus, so you can just do that. That's
Yeah,
pretty easy.
and there's
So,
a lot of amazing other content on Disney Plus too. We've really enjoyed it, but
Yeah.
that's not our topic
Another
for today.
episode.
Yeah, but and I think we're even more excited because it's all coming at the same time, because we've got The Mandalorian, The Rise of Skywalker, and then for us personally, 13 days from this filming, we're heading to Walt Disney World.
yeah, so it'll
And
be the
we're gonna
first time to
visit?
see Galaxy's Edge.
Yes. Yeah. So we cannot wait to ride Rise of the Resistance and Smuggler's Run and just be in Batuu and experience it.
Yeah.
And don't worry, we're gonna bring you along with us. So
Yeah.
you'll have to stay tuned to join us in Galaxy's Edge for sure. Yay! Oh my goodness. Well, we thank you so much for joining us for this discussion, and we can't wait to hear your thoughts about The Mandalorian. And thank you for joining us. Have a great week and smile.
Bye. I have spoken.